what's going on, guys? It's Tuesday. As you can see, I got my bike jammed up into the back of my garage here. Every time we get a snow warning, I want to make sure I can pull the wife's car in here. If it snows overnight, then it's just a lot easier to clean up out front in the morning. Couple of things. Millrick77, he picked me on my favorite tool thing, so here's a quick thing on that. It's the easy thing for me to say would be a spray gun, you know, one of the solder jets that I use at work or something like that. But that's not my favorite tool. I mean, they're an obvious. I use those most of the day and everything. I could say the iPod Touch that I use. I use this for a lot of different things. If I'm doing an estimate, I use it to take a picture. I can shoot a video with this thing. This is an amazing tool. This does a lot. But I would have to say Klein pliers, 9-inch side cutters. I used to do electrical work. It's what I went to trade school for. This is the tool. I mean, it's like an extension of you. You know, the way you carry it, the way you use them. I use these every day. Hanging parts at the shop. We get uniforms and they come with coat hangers, and I cut up the coat hangers and I wire them up, and I use these every day for that. You can use these like a hammer, bending sheet metal if you're doing something really small. I can't say enough about this is the tool that I wouldn't know what to do with if I didn't have it. Just every day at work, at home. Probably the most useful tool I can think of. The Klein 9-inch side cutter pliers. I have a pair at work that are probably older than me. I think I got them with some used tools. They last. An electrician recently told me the newer ones that aren't made in the same place, they might have been subbed out to China or something. So I don't know about the new Klein tools, but this is a fairly new pair here, and these are pretty tough. Great tool. Thanks, Millrick, for picking me there. Hope that that's my pick for my favorite tool for sure. Van Rocco 66 sent me a message. He's at a standstill with his tank on a Sportster that he's been working on, and he has a factory tank, kind of like this is an older one, but this is a factory paint job. He wants to get rid of the decal that's on it, and he has some different ideas. I would say don't get it bead blasted or sand blasted or whatever you're going to have done. You're going to keep it the same color anyways. You're not going to get a better rust protection that Harley already has on it now. The area where the decal is, what they do is they put a decal over it and then clear over that, and they polish these out. Harley puts a pretty decent paint job on their bikes. But what I would do, I don't know if you have a DA, I don't think you have an air compressor from the sounds of it. I would block this out with probably 80 grit, right down in bare metal. That's the only way you're going to get the marks from a decal out. And then I'd finish it off with a 180 grit into bare steel and a nice feather edge, and keeping, you know, where the rest of your paint is. You know you want to step that out. You want your clear coat back, your base coat back, and your prime. You want to see primer, base coat, and clear coat. You want to see them all step back. That's a nice feather edge. And then just 180 everything. You said you had some primers. The bare metal area, you're probably going to want a shot of etch, or if your filler primer that you got is suitable and has etching qualities, that's fine. I'm not sure what you have. Then you're going to want to prime the whole thing and sand it out by hand. You know, like a soft, flexible block to go around everything would probably be the best for a tank like this. And then you had a couple of things you were thinking of doing white. Your tank's black, you were thinking of doing white like this, and like your standard two-tone that you'd see on a Sportster. That will only look, I think that would only look good if you went with a decal again, which you don't seem to want to do. Then you were talking about you like the scallop flames. That's also fine. But you're doing black with white accents. Straight white flames over black I don't think would look that good. You'd want to pinstripe them, and it just wouldn't work. What I would consider is masking out the scallop flames the way you want to do it. You know, you'll be doing that. You'll take some fine line tape and do that pattern like a million times till you get it the way you like. Once everything's painted black, you're probably going to want to maybe throw an intermediate clear coat down, sand it again, and then do your flames over your sanded clear. And I would say take a little bit of white, have the place that mixes up your paint, take a little bit of white with a lot of, mostly binder, some white, and reduced, maybe over reduced a little bit, so it just fogs on the slightest bit of white, and just ghost them in with some white. There's a lot of different ways to do it. You're going to want to start with a test panel for sure. Do a test panel to see if you're talking about spray cans that they set up with hardener in them. I've never used anything like that. Do a test panel first, see if it's going to have a quality that you like. Otherwise, maybe take it right up to the base coat stage, and then maybe talk to a body shop and have them clear it for you. Because that way you'll get a nice, you'll get that nice clear coat, and maybe have them buff it if you don't have the materials to do it. That's a way to cut your cost. You've already paid for the materials. So just some thoughts on that. Because if you don't have, I don't think you're going to get the results you like with a spray can clear coat. I really don't. Although it looks like your rear fender came out pretty good. So there's some thoughts on that. And I saw VW Darren's video today, and he suggested seeing what Just Hoggin Cycles thinks, or Dave's Customs, and that's a good tip too, because those guys will instantly know what you're kind of looking for and how to make it happen and guide you your best way. But there's some ideas for you. Any other questions, let me know. And see you guys.